We must rest, though the sun is still up. You made me the pawn I am today, Arisen. I shall endeavor to repay your generosity in our travels to come. Good morrow, everyone. You're a welcome sight, Arisen. As ever, I'm yours to command. How might we enter the basement sick room? Shall we get some rest, then? Open your eyes, everyone. 'Tis dark out, but our day begins. Shall we check our pack?
And be off.
Ready to forge on?
I'm like to fall asleep if I stay here much longer.
This might be worth a read.
Here to ask aught of me, are you?
I do hope naught befalls Lubomir. I should like to see him walk out of here in good health.
A fine place to harvest some ingredients.
Shall we see if there's aught to be found while we're here?
Mayhap 'twould serve us well to track down the former patients mentioned in these records of treatment. I quite agree. I overheard some of the soldiers standing guard outside the palace discussing a curious rumor.
You're back! Pray, tell me, have you found anything? What? You found a medicine used only in the basement sick room? I don't like the sound of that. Do you think... Could I trouble you to look into this as well? Mayhap you could show it to the doctor I saw before coming here. Radcliffe, his name was. He's staying in the rest town. Pray, sir, do what you can. I must know.
Methinks we would do well to bring this medicine to Sir Ratcliffe, the doctor over in the rest town.
You're back. These look like records of treatment. Johann and Bruno. I know these two. They left here not long ago, fit as a pair of fiddles. I recall them being especially meek to the abbess. Mayhap that's what got them out safely. At any rate, they may know aught of use. Loath as I am to ask more of you, perhaps you would speak to them in my stead?
I must be grateful. At least I have two better. Maybe I'll make myself scarce. The cops ought to...
Ah, I'll take that. We might find a use for it.
Well met. I assume you'll be starting off with a mug of...
Not half bad.
A common reward. Frustratingly so.
Elena. Ah, yes. The Abbess of the Gracious Hand. A fine woman by all accounts. I was in her care once myself. But I must admit, I've always felt there's something off about her. You see, I was only a little under the weather when I entered her care. But then I started getting sicker and sicker till I was certain death would come for me. In the end, I survived, but methinks I was one of the lucky few. So many died down there. And once, I saw her, the Abbess, meeting with a strange man. She handed him a large parcel, all wrapped up, and he gave her something small in return. You'd think 'twere medicine, but I'd not have bought medicine from a man like that. He had they were whispering, but I did hear one of them say aught about keeping quiet. 'Tis well suspicious, eh? Where'd they meet? 'Twas in the square in the eastern part of the common quarter, and always a night, as I recall.
Lady Eleanor's a goodly person, a saint-like. Her earnest care saw me back to full health. I wavered between life and death for quite some time in that basement sick room, and she watched o'er me through it all, bless her. Can't say as I miss that basement, mind. 'Tis an eerie place, dark and shadowy, filled with the moaning of the sick. Suppose 'tis only to be expected. Given the state of those assembled, I'm sure I was moaning too.
I haven't seen my husband in some time. You wouldn't happen to know what's become of him, would you, sir? Nattering all day is tiring work.
Lots to look forward to, but a long day of work. When does my watch?
I'd rather rest my feet here than walk all day.
Here.
Aye, this is plenty. Lord Phasus is like to be in your debt. Nicely done. Suppose it can't have been easy to procure this much so quickly.
You suppose wrong. I command their full faith. 'Tis simple for me to extract what I require.
Ha! You're a fearsome one. Here's hoping I ne'er end up in your care.
Enough. I gave you yours, now you give me mine. I'd not be...
Ah, of course. Wouldn't want to hurt the Lady Saint's image in the eyes of the common folk, would we? Here's your special medicine.
Glad we understand each other. Till next time.
Aye, be seeing you.
This is not the first we've heard of Lord Phasus. What could his aim be, I wonder?
That's odd.
Townspeople depend on
I can't wait to see what the day holds.
When does my watch end? I've clean forgotten. Always sets me to think.
Our soldiers need better training.
We shall remain here.
See this peace. Protect these
Always looking forward to it, but a long day of work.
My legs are stiff as boards after training.
So, you've come. Captain Brant bade me allow you passage.
Like you don't know,
Unexpected
I
fare
must
so
go
well.
when duty calls me.
Have you come to release me from this jail? Who are you? Oh. Then we are presented with 3 options. Either the law of our world that allows only one Arisen has been upended, or Deeza's Arisen is false, or you are lying to me. Have you proof that you are Arisen, as you say? Ah, they say the Arisen's breast bears a wound akin to the dragon's claw. By that mark, 'twould seem 'tis true. This reminds me of a happening 148 years ago. During the reign of Regent Alphonse, a man named Crusoe appeared and claimed to be Arisen. He went before the people, insisting that he, and not Regent Alphonse, was the true Arisen, the one fit to lead them as their ruler. And what befell him, you ask? Ha! Crusoe was discovered to be a liar, whereupon his head was liberated from his shoulders on the spot. Aye, I dare say your arrival portends another beheading, but whose will it be, Escape? But why? Here, I spend my days perusing the code and deciphering old texts. I can devote all my time to my own interests. And I need not turn my ear to Deeza's absurd demands. 'Tis a paradise to me, this cell. That said, if you know of a place with a mountain of tomes I could delve into, I might rethink the matter. Tell me, does that ring any bells? Oh, to think such a place existed. How very curious. Guide me outside, then. If you can deliver me from this pit, I ought to be able to find the rest of the way on my own.
Unexpected fare so well every day.
So tired. I'd kept just about anywhere.
Aye, this should be far enough. If you truly are Arisen, then I swear to someday repay this debt I owe. Words may be wind, but there's naught else I can offer you at present. Pray visit me if you've the time or inclination. Mayhap the knowledge I've gained reading tomes of Eld could be of some use to you.
Thankless job, this. Must hold out till someone comes to relieve me.
Tis good to be reunited.
The sky always puts me in a contemplation.
Very well, I hope.
Did you want something?
Are you? No, I must be mistaken.
Oh, I wouldn't give for a mug of ale.
You always manage to put a smile on my face.
Places such as this.
Oh,
Faring well, I hope.
Fine,
Aye.
Where are you off to?
Are you? No, I must be mistaken.
Where are you headed, sir?
Why, good day, sir.
Very well, I hope.
Welcome.
You don't need a permit to get into. Just hide in the back of an ox cart, aye? It works. Mind, you've got to avoid the guard's line of sight. But 'tis easy enough. I should know. I've done it.
Welcome to the Star Drop Inn. We serve all manner of fine ales here. Shall I pour you a cup to start you off? What a delight.
Did you want something?
Well met, sir. Fancy a gander? Fine wares always.
As a reward for your Majesty's efforts, you have been invited to attend the coronation. 'Twould seem congratulations are in order. You will, of course, require raiment befitting of the occasion. I would ask that your Majesty return once you've procured such attire. There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen your Majesty's claim as a true Arisen. It seems Magistrate Wardor has been safely delivered from his cell. The man's dedication to justice shall doubtless be a great boon to our cause. Mayhap 'twould be prudent to visit the man on occasion and avail yourself of his vast stores of wisdom. He might have... Now, would you be so kind as to return the key I lent you? I thank you. Pray, take this. Consider it remuneration for your Majesty's efforts.
Outstanding.
A job well done.
It is vital that we rest and regain our strength before moving on.
Shall we visit the manor, as the maid bid? Follow me, Master. I shall guide you to the location.
We're in your hands, sir. Much obliged.
Oh, you came, sir. I must confess, I feared you would not. But I forget myself. You must be wondering why I asked you here. I should like to speak with an acquaintance of yours, a child with whom I espied you conversing. She is the spitting image of my young master, you see. 'Tis my hope that she might take his place for a time, thereby granting him a reprieve from his sorry situation.
Diana! Would you paint my mother a criminal? Ahem. Perhaps I ought to be the one to explain.
Young master, I meant no offence.
Diana has the right of it, though the situation is not nearly so dire as she makes it sound. I seek only the freedom to leave my own home. My mother is bedridden, you see, and her mind is not so sharp as it once was. Whenever I am absent, she grows terribly distressed. By leaving a look-alike in the house, I hope to ensure her peace of mind while I attend to matters of my own. Would you be willing to lend your assistance? Splendid! Thank you so very much.
'Twas in the slums that I witnessed you speaking with the girl. Would you be so kind as to bring her here?
"'Tis done, master. Now a fairy stone can whisk us here whensoever we desire."
Hi, Arisen! I was hoping you'd come by, so I could thank you again for all your help. You really made a difference around here. You wanted to ask me a favor this time? All right. How can I help? So, this noble boy wants me to pretend to be him? I'm not sure that'd work. I mean, I don't know the first thing about being a noble. Besides, are you sure we can trust these people? It all sounds a bit fishy to me. All right, I'll do it. But if I'm not very good at it, it's not my fault, okay?
We've made it then. What's our first order of business, Arisen?
Look, young master. She's here.
Indeed. I could be staring into a mirror. Diana, will you dress her and instruct her in her role?
As you wish, young master. This way, if you please, miss.
What a kindness you've done me. Now I can go and fetch a gift for Mother. I'm hoping a little cheer will aid her in her recovery, and a flower from Melve seems just the thing. She was born there, you see. No doubt her days would be brighter with a memento of her old home by her bedside.
All is ready, young master. You need only finish your preparations for the journey.
You know, the roads around Melve are supposed to be really dangerous. I heard the safest way to get there is to carry something that reeks of Cyclops with you, because it'll scare all the monsters away.
The lands around Melve are rife with poisonous flora. I'd hoped to pack an antidote for the young master, but the shops had none to spare. 'Tis not only poison the plants inflict, but drowsiness besides. Might there not be a curative that accounts for both?
Well then, I ought to be off, I suppose. I must confess, I feel rather uneasy. This is my first time leaving the city. I only hope I've not forgotten anything of import. You think I ought to bring some medicine and monster repellent with me? What precisely would you suggest? My thanks. I'm certain these will come in useful. Now, I really must be going. Wish me luck.
Take care, young master.
Come back safe.
Thank you for your aid in all of this, sir. I shall see about procuring you a suitable reward, so pray do come visit us again.
I'm just grateful I get to lead quiet life. Can't wait for the new equipment to come in.
Only politic this morning. Do stop and have a look. I've a treasure chest. First impressions count for much. If you like, I can... How very charming.
Cannabis is guaranteed tomorrow. It's just like...
Some of us get complacent.
This ox cart's bound for the checkpoint rest town. I'll not take you anywhere till I've had my due.
An ox cart ought to make our journey easier. Fewer monsters are to be found on the main road, though carts travel only by the sun's light.
Living's hard, but
If I sleep on my work, mayhap they'll go away.
I'm not sure I can handle this.
Now we can return to this location.
Say, you wouldn't happen to have seen a pretty stone lying about, would you? One befitting the name the Jadeite Orb. It was stolen from me while I was delivering it, and if Master Everard should find out, he'd wring my neck. There's no exaggeration. He's had people killed afore, more than a few, at that. To be quite truthful, I'd intended to sell off the Jadeite Orb and quit this place for good. Working under a man such as him, I'd only get chewed up till he decided to spit me out. That jewel was my last hope. Unless you were to find it for me. Would you, sir?
The Jadeite Orb could be anywhere now. Perchance we ought to speak with someone who has experience in banditry.
At last we've arrived. Delivery in hand.
We ought to make the delivery now, lest it should end up lost or misplaced.
Right you are. Unless I am mistaken,
Aye? In need of a doctor, are you? What's this you're giving me? Oh, I see. You want me to run some sort of test on this? Determine what manner of substance 'tis? Interesting. Well, you've certainly piqued my curiosity. But naturally, I'll need a bit of time with it. Come back again.
Going on in town. I might go and see.
Oi, you there! You've just arrived in town, haven't you? I don't mean to pry, only it's my grandson, a boy by the name of Rog. He's gone missing. Pray tell, have you seen the lad?
Morris, I've just found out Roger's been abducted by beasts.
What? No! How can that be?
I've just heard news. Rog was seen being dragged off by wolves.
Oh, my poor boy. We must go rescue him at once.
Morris, think what you're saying, friend. We can't go charging off after the lad. We are no match for such creatures.
Do you truly expect me to do naught but twiddle my thumbs when my only grandson's been taken from me? The soldiers won't do aught for him, will they now? Concern it all. He's right. But what else am I to do? If I do not hasten to the poor lad's aid, who will? Do you truly mean that, sir? You will save my grandson. If you return him to me, I will be forever in your debt, stranger.
Shall we seek some answers?
Where are you going?
I'll gather this. It might be of use.
Here we go again.
Mayhap I'll buy myself a new sword next pay.
In traversing other worlds, I came to know of a treasure chest in this area. Perchance you'd like to see it. Arisen, I know of at least one location in the vicinity that may be of interest to you. Shall I tell you more? No harm shall come to you. That was a skillful bit of thinking. You do your vocation proud.
You've my thanks. Take this with my gratitude.
I'd wager our merry band can handle whatever comes.
Capable comrades are a boon indeed.
Indeed. You are correct.
That was incredible. Never have I encountered such a strategy. Truly?
Mustn't let this stop you. Yon statue makes for a fine landmark.
Climbing it would grant a clearer picture of our environs.
A fine place to harvest some ingredients.
Arisen. Let us not get ahead of ourselves. The battle continues.
Outstanding.
I will protect you. Whatever it is you need, I shall gladly
I remember. The wolves. How is it I'm still alive? You saved me. Didn't you, sir? How did you know where I was? Did Grandfather request your help? I suppose he must be worried sick about me. If it's all the same to you, sir, I think I'd like to go home now.
Shall we report our results? We seem to have arrived without issue. But are we safe here?
Might as well take a look while you're here, eh? Rog? Rog! Is that you, my boy?
Hello, Grandfather.
'Tis a miracle! You're alive and in one piece! Oh, joy of joys!
Grandfather, you're smothering me.
Oh, hush! You don't get to complain of such things after you worried me half to death.
I'm very sorry, Grandfather. I didn't mean to cause you grief.
And you? Words alone will ne'er be enough to express the depth of my gratitude. I am truly in your debt. Pray, take this. 'Tis naught but a trifle in comparison to your kindness, but I hope you will accept it all the same. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you for saving me.
Outstanding.
An achievement to be proud of.
Greetings. Tell me, in your comings and goings, did you happen to encounter a man by the name of Offulv? He seems to have vanished while in possession of a treasure known as the Jadeite Orb. And if I may be candid, our primary concern is not the merchant, but rather the orb. 'Tis an item of precious importance to myself and my partners, you see. I must see it reclaimed, post-haste. And in my hour of need, who should wander by but the good Arisen? What say you, sir? Would you be so kind as to seek out the Jadeite Orb on my behalf? You will be rewarded handsomely for your service. Of that I can assure you.
Sirs Offulv and Everard each seek the Jadeite Orb. To whom ought we to grant it? Assuming we find the thing at all.
The decision is yours, Arisen.
Welcome, sir. If you think me a liar, then... On the transference of souls, eh? 'Tis not like to do much harm on its own, but when combined with its twin, the first volume, 'tis potent indeed. Take care how you use it, sir. Ah, I see. You desire one of my masterpieces. Very well. I shall have your order crafted in good time. Hope to see you again.
The Jadeite orb is safely in hand.
What ought I to do?
Reckon your trade towns can make you right sick of crowds, but here, at least, you'll find a bit of peace and quiet.
A good sleep will ensure we are prepared for...
Good morrow, everyone.
Come, we've much to be getting on with. Feeling rested, I trust?
So, we meet again.
Only thing
Ah, there you are. You've come at a good time. I've just finished running those tests. I must ask, where did you acquire that concoction? To be plain, 'tis more poison than physic. It has the potential to heal one's ailment, certainly. But only if they could survive long enough, which isn't likely. Worse still, it has addictive properties that are likely to cause the patient to become dependent on its deadly effects. I say patient, but I should hope whoever made this did not intend it as a method of treatment. You'd have to be well and truly mad to attempt such a thing.
Yeah, asking for it.
If I don't have enough to do.
Yeah, asking for it.
I must.
There should be abuse. Battle is best avoided here.
This is more than I bargained for. We're done for.
How cruel! No matter how you look at it, I'm done.
At least I have one.
Arisen, I know of at least one location in the vicinity that may be of interest to you. Shall I tell you more?
regale me with a tale.
I've little enough gold to spend as his.
Not my kind of place, this.
All this worrying is giving me a little back. It's you again. What are you doing now?
Let me get that.
Is there aught I can help you with, sir? Oh, if you're looking for Lubomir, his condition deteriorated to the point that he had to be moved to the basement sick room. He's not allowed visitors, I'm afraid, not even family. Even we're not allowed to go see him. No need to worry, though. The Abbess is tending to him personally. She'll nurse him back to full health, I'm sure of it. The patients in this room must not be disturbed. Leave this place at once. What are you doing? Unhand me this.
Many thanks for your assistance in this matter. Elena is being questioned as we speak. Suffice to say, your testimony, combined with the evidence you've procured, have cast a great deal of suspicion upon the Abbess that she isn't like to shake. Pray have this, sir. 'Tis your reward for aiding us in our duty to this city.
I've got to focus. My shift's only just begun.
Home at last!
Welcome home, young master.
Thank you, Diana. I am glad to be back. 'Twas a hard journey, but I found what I sought. A blue sunbright, the sigil of our house. I only hope Mother will be pleased.
Oh, a blue sunbright. I thought they were make-believe.
Oh no, they're quite real. Rather rare, though, and particularly to Melv. I'm surprised you've heard of them, to be frank.
Really? Well, there's a picture of one stuck to the inner cover of a book that was donated to the Gracious Hand. I asked Sir Kendrick about it. He told me the flower's name.
A picture, you say? How very odd.
I believe Miss Daphne is describing a bookplate. The book in question will have been a donation from this very house. Indeed, the mistress has been very generous in her support of the Gracious Hand over the years.
For true? Oh, I must tell her thank you.
I think I could arrange that. I'm certain my mistress would be delighted.
Yes. Well, as for me, I'm just pleased to be home safe and sound.
All this racket. What's going on? Good gracious, what is the meaning of this?
Oh, you must be the lady who's been supporting the Gracious Hand. Thank you ever so much for all you've done for us.
What precisely have you told this girl?
Not a word, mistress. I swear it.
Good. As for you, girl, you need not thank me. 'Tis the privilege of the nobility to help those who are less fortunate. Now, 'tis getting late. You had best be off. Do be sure to leave the house unseen. And fare you well, child. Know that where'er life may lead you, you may take pride in who you are. Come, Diana. I would speak with you alone. You have some explaining to do.
What was that all about? Mother seemed awfully perturbed.
I do wonder what that was all about. Though I'm not sure we ought to pry.
I scarce know what to make of this outcome.
I'd sooner stay out of battle where it's over.
I'm like to fall asleep if I stay here much longer.
Suppose I can finish it tomorrow.
I fear this trial is too much for one such as me.
We have found a material.
I'm sure we'll find a purpose for it in
Oh, heavens above! What are we to do? 'Twas you, wasn't it? The acts she committed were unforgivable. This I cannot deny. But what do you expect will befall the rest of us in her absence? Without the abbess, we cannot possibly attend to all our patients. Without her guidance, I... Forgive me. 'Twas an improper thing to say in light of the lives taken so unjustly. I will do what I can, but I fear I cannot attend to everyone here. I can make no sense of this. I fear this trial is too much for one such as me.
I know. It's a secret, right? Don't worry. I won't tell anyone about the old man either.
Ne'er in my wildest dreams could I have imagined 'twould be the magistrate you called here. Not that I'm complaining. Pray, feel at liberty to come and go as you please.
I must confess, I'm rather lost.
That went as well as we might have hoped. Let us cast our eyes about and analyze the situation.
When does my watch end? I've clean forgotten.
What? You had the abbess arrested? Why, she's the Lady Saint, isn't she? Ah, of course. That's why you had me look at that mixture. Well, I'll have naught more to do with this, thank you. In fact, I rather wish you hadn't involved me to begin with. But I suppose I could be persuaded to change my mind. Don't look at me like that. If you want my services, 'twill cost you. That's how the world works. I'll require a significant donation if I'm to alleviate the effects of that so-called medicine. See? That wasn't so difficult, was it? You'll find that I'm happy to aid those in need, so long as I get my dues. No need to fret. I'm a hard worker when the pay is right. You'll see.
forward to, but a long day of work. Need anything?
Lots to do. More should be time. Well met, son. How might I be of service? Stock up on the basics. Flour,
We meet again, Arisen.
Dead on my feet.
Reckon your road's been a long one. No use hiding it. I've seen my share of weary countenances. Trade towns can make you right sick of crowds, but here, at least, you'll find a bit of peace and quiet.
Shall we get some rest then?
Go on, have a look.
I feel refreshed and ready for a new day.
Come, we've much to be getting on with.
Feeling rested, I trust? Pray, allow me to open yon chest. I would have preferred not to have to fight so soon, but at least I know I am up to the challenge.
We must not let down our guard.
Master, my heart knows no greater peace than when I am by your side. Dare I say it? We trounced our foe, well and true. We mustn't allow ourselves to become complacent. Take each trial. Skillful bit of thievery. You do your vocation proud. Well done. away!
Arisen. I should have expected you may yet link.
Ah, I'll take that. We might find a use for it. A treasure chest. Shall we see if we can't make our way over to it? We'll find ore aplenty there, methinks. Take care you don't mine up more than you can carry. 'Tis raining.
We mustn't let ourselves become soaked to the skin.
Arisen, I know of at least one location in the vicinity that may be of interest to you. Shall I tell you more? I suppose we cannot expect sunshine to follow us wherever we journey.
Grumbling isn't like to improve our situation, you know.
For a curative. What's this? We're under attack! This is why we must be vigilant.
I am well aware of the particulars. One never can have too many of these.
Let us take care when and how we put them to use. Just recalled. I found a treasure chest near here during my travels beyond the rift. May I show you to its location?
We've little need for a campsite at present.
Let us return once we've grown tired from our labors.
You're a welcome sight, Arisen.
Yes, Master. I shall hasten to your aid. Quickly, Arisen. You must regain your footing. We have enraged our foes. Might we not leave your rage to our advantage?
Understood.
Have at me! Arisen, I know of at least one location in the vicinity that may be of interest to you. Shall I tell you more? We should be able to move this boulder with our combined minds. Shall we set it rolling?
With our next attack.
No harm shall come to you.
I dare say, we could sell this for a fair amount of gold.
Whether or not we make the sale is for the Arisen to decide.
coming down.
Take heart. The worst it can do is drench our equipment. The beasts of its makeup all have weaknesses. Deliver unto each the attack is most of all. So long as we keep a clear head, victory will be ours.
I'll collect that. You needn't trouble yourself.
Is there nothing you can do about this obstacle? If a ranged attack is needed, you can count upon my aim. I would gladly be of aid, Arisen.
Tis done, Master. Now a ferry stone can whisk us here whensoever we desire.
In traversing other worlds, I came to know of a treasure chest in this area. Perchance you'd like to see it.
Caught you! You'll be all right now.
You are in need of healing. Allow me. Wait a moment.
One might confidently call that a resounding victory.
We mustn't allow ourselves to become complacent. Take each trial as it comes. way! Battle is best avoided here.
Arisen, I know of at least one location in the vicinity that may be of interest to you. Shall I tell you more?
Here we go again. We must focus on finding victory, whatever our discomfort.
Understood. One other thing. The Arisen has chosen to fill our...
Now, while the heart is exposed!
Its heart is most vulnerable.
It seems we have enraged our foe. The Arisen is benumbed!
A curative ought to do the trick.
Worthy of caution. Not save our best will do. Bear in mind, pride begets peril.
You do your vocation proud.
Whatever 'tis you need, I shall gladly
ad, indeed. That strategy never would have occurred.
Truly?
Its heart is vulnerable. Miss not this chance to strike it.
Arisen, I know of at least one location in the vicinity that may be of interest to you. Shall I tell you more?
The tide of battle is like to overwhelm us. Assailants, Master!
We have no means of exploiting our enemy's weakness.
Taking the load.
I'll gather this. It might be of use. Well, we've eaten our fill. What say we settle our stomachs with a few hours' sleep? You can count on me to fly to your aid in your hour of need, Master. Knowing when to use curatives is my specialty. Are you particularly fond of this place, Arisen? We have made camp here several times now. You're a welcome sight, Arisen. As ever, I'm yours to command. We did a fair bit of shopping the other day, didn't we? Though I'm attentive and loyal, and prefer to remain by your side. In battle, I shall follow your lead and prioritize support. The longer our journey, the more of each other we come to know.
Now we've the vim to tackle the day ahead.
Come, we've much to be getting on with. Ready to forge on? Just yonder looks to be a good spot for harvesting ingredients. No harm. Well done!
Take care by the river's edge.
'Twould be unwise to let our equipment get drenched.
I suppose there can be no harm in bringing this along.
We cannot expect gleaming treasures round every corner. During my travels beyond the rift, I learned of a cave near here that you have yet to explore. Shall I take us there? 'Tis in caverns such as these that monsters thrive. Tread carefully. One never can be too cautious.
By your leave.
Arisen, I know of at least one location in the vicinity that may be of interest to you. Shall I tell you more? Go! We have no means of exploiting our enemy's weakness. I'll go and open the chest. Yon statue is swathed in mystery. We might use these statues as landmarks, Arisen.
Seems we have enraged our foe.
I cannot use the range to our advantage. Arisen! Are you alright? I've grabbed hold of our foe. Would you care for some assistance? By all means. First and foremost, I want to knock it off back. I shall finish this. For the Arisen! That was well fought. There's no one standing who might say otherwise.
Overconfidence is an enemy in and of itself. Let us instead strive to better ourselves with every battle. I can't imagine we're in need of a campsite.
That was a skillful bit of thievery. You do your vocation proud.
Let me get that. Battle is best avoided here.
I know of at least one location in the vicinity that may be of interest to you. Shall I tell you more? Look out! Knackers! We have no means of exploiting our enemy's weakness. You have my protection. This looks as if it will take us someplace further afield. How we use it is at our discretion. I dare say there'd be no harm in using this.
Might I be of assistance? Tis a ballista, Arisen.
Tis not how we use this, but where— Well done, Master! Who's there?
Down your arms. Stand over your point. I'll let you alone.
Keep on them, Arisen, and I'll strike them down. We are at our best when we combine our strength.
And I take the rest.
I shan't let you get away.
I'll treat myself to a tickle before bed. One can see well into the distance from here. The scenery of Batal is wondrous to behold. I shall not fail you.
Arisen, I knew you loved this world.
I would gladly be of aid, Arisen. Look out, Arisen! We're under attack! strike fast, through, and our quarry shall fall. Overpowering our foes all the simpler. It was a battle most fierce, against a formidable foe. Fortune favors us, 'twould seem. Are we to remain here? Arisen, I know of at least one location in the vicinity that may be of interest to you. Shall I tell you more? Hobgoblin! This ends here! Success. Our foe hasn't even noticed what's been pilfered.
My thanks, sir. Here you are. 'Tis a reward well earned.
I'll collect that. You needn't trouble yourself.
On my way! Thank you.
Stand firm. You must not let down your guard, even for a moment.
my comb? My fur's in a rut. Got to do what I can.
Have a gander at my wares. You shan't regret it. Pleasure doing business with...
Our packs are heavier, and our purses far lighter. We've a journey to prepare.
Say, have you seen any statues about? Solid stone ones, carved in the likeness of monsters. Tell is, quite a number of them were found not long ago, just west of the Agamemnon ruins. Here's the curious part, though. The things look damn near real. So real, in fact, that collectors were willing to pay outlandish sums of gold for them. Would that I'd gotten my hands on one. Suppose I'll just have to hope there are more of them out there somewhere.
What do you think you're doing here?
Well met.
You there? Have you a home in Batal? If not, well, look no further. As it so happens, I've one to sell. Now, I've noticed you tend to travel with pawns. Bold choice here in Batal, where they're ill-loved. So I thought you might prefer a home of your own to stay at, rather than a crowded inn. Well, what say you? A wise decision, sir. Do be sure to read over the deed. Here you are, dear.
We must rest, though the sun is still up. Now we've the vim to tackle the day ahead.
What business?
You're welcome to take whatever you like from my pack, Master. I'd gladly see you put what I find to good use.
I'm unsure how best to proceed.
Looking for oars in particular?
Oh, what does this say?
Shall we take a closer look?
I've got to focus. My shift's only just begun.
Stone in hand, we can travel wheresoever we please.
'Tis not an item to be squandered.
Ingenious. My own master must hear of this tactic.
Truly?
dare I say it? We trounced our foe well and true.
We mustn't allow ourselves to become complacent. Take each trial as it comes. Ah, I'll take that. We might find a use for it. A fine place to harvest some ingredients. No harm in picking a few.
We've little need for a campsite at present.
'Tis enough to make camp only when the need arises.
On my way.
But it can be done. Strike at the heart while it's exposed. What has stricken you, Arisen? It seems we have enraged our foe. I should be glad to assist you. Stay with me, Arisen. Wait a moment. Wear this phone. It has a means to control things. We cannot afford to fall prey to such attacks.
Whatever foes call this their home must be uniquely fearsome.
It is a lonely place, to be sure. Magma scales! There! When tarred, be sure to avoid open flame. No harm shall come to you. Prepare yourself. A ballista is a ranged weapon. This could grant us an edge in battle, if we use it well. Arisen, I know of at least one location in the vicinity that may be of interest to you. Shall I tell you more?
on me!
Trade, allow me to open your chest.
Having more of these to hand ought serve us well in battle.
Let us take care when and how we put them to use.
Where's my comb? My furs and my rugs.
A treasure chest. Shall we see if we can't make our way over to it?
Now this is a conundrum.
With the port crystal placed, we'll be able to use a fairy stone to return here in an instant.
Oft do we call on you to carry the burdens we cannot. I must thank you. Your toil keeps me light on my feet.
Arisen, we ought to heal ourselves while we've the chance. You fight. To arms! Good.
An impressive view. We can infer much of the lay of the land from here.
Should be a good place to take stock of our surroundings.
Indeed, you are correct.
I'll gather this. It might be of use.
one might confidently call that down to victory.
We mustn't allow ourselves to become complacent. Take each trial as it comes. He's a hobgoblin!
Success. Our foe hasn't even noticed aught's been pilfered.
Sunset draws near.
We shall have to rely on our other senses, as the darkness robs us of our sight.
"'Tis a chest. I shall take a look inside. just recalled. I found a treasure chest near here during my travels beyond the rift. May I show you to its location? This is generally used as a material. I'm sure we'll find a purpose for it in due time.
I beg pardon, sir, but I'm not. Pray be on your way.
Ah, I'll take that. We might find a use for it. Then I shall remain by your side. Arisen, I know of at least one location in the vicinity that may be of interest to you. Shall I tell you more?
What do you want? I'm in no mood to have my ear talked off, thank you. My back's afire. I can scarce talk for the pain. Leave an old man be. Mind, I wouldn't say no to some wildflowers, if you happen to have any with you. A handful of those, and I could prepare a poultice that'd help me make it home. What is it now? Unless you brought me some wildflowers, I'd prefer to be left alone. Well, that was most kind of you. My thanks for the trouble. Right, here goes naught. Relief at last. I was beginning to fear that I'd be stuck here for the rest of my days. I've a mind to thank you, sir. Would you look in on me at my home? I live nearby. There aren't too many houses out here, so you'll find it soon enough, I expect.
Shall we see how hard...
Oh! Fie! My back! My thanks.
This isn't the way to our destination. But I presume you've one in mind. Lead on.
The Arisen decides our path. We have but to follow.
I? Beg pardon, sir, but...
Forgive me, dear. I forgot to tell you. I asked this good sir to look in on me.
Oh, not this again. How many times have I begged you not to bring strangers into our home?
I know, dear, but this one's a kindly sort. Brought me the wildflowers I needed to make it home when I threw out my back.
'Tis always one reason or another, isn't it? And has it e'er ended well for us? Not once. Mark my words, no one wanders this far out unless they are running from something.
This one's different, I promise you. You've heard tell of the Arisen, have you not? The hero who travels far and wide to track and fell the dragon.
Oh? So this stranger claims to be the Arisen? Believe what you will, but expect no hospitality from me. You may tend to our guest yourself.
You will have to forgive my wife. She has her reasons for being mistrusting, but you deserved a warmer welcome than that. Now let me fetch your reward. Wait here a moment.
One can never have too many materials. I'll harvest some now.
Oh! Fie! My back! I've done it in again!
Goat stuffer, when will you learn to be more gentle with yourself?
Oh, hold your tongue! All the gentleness in the world won't stop the hurt from coming on when 'twill. It's only gotten worse of late.
In your state, you'll ne'er reach it. And that's to say nothing of the monsters that haunt the roads out there. They'll be on you in a moment if they see you limping along on your own.
Don't even think on it, my dear. I'd not ask that of you, knowing how crowded places of that ilk make you feel.
But what are we to do? I fear for you, my love. The hot spring over on the island encampment would do my husband a world of good, but the way is treacherous for an injured man on his lonesome.
Fear not. You'll have your reward. I just need to sit still a moment. You'd be willing to accompany me all that way? You see, my dear, what did I tell you? The Arisen's a goodly sort. I've an eye for people.
Oh, don't be a fool, Gaustafa. You have barely spoken to this person. What if you were being deceived? Did you think of that?
Come. Surely there are far more clever lies to tell if one's intent is to swindle.
So be it then. 'Tis plain your mind's made up.
We'd best be along.
Pray see my husband safely to the encampment. I shall await your return.
We seem to have arrived without issue. But are we safe here?
You're no soldier, are you? I'd not recommend camping. You'll awake neath a blanket of ash. I can give you a refill. Over your head, at least. Much obliged.
Nodding off where I stand.
Puh! That's like to make me sick, it is. Still, there's not a swig of newt lick I can't fix, I always say. But boy there, come at a fine time, you have. Care for a rotten egg? 'Twas soft boiled right here in the hot spring. 'Tis mostly sand, won't kill you or naught. You're a bold one. Here you are. Huh. That's like to make me sick, it is. Still, there's not a swig of newt liquor can't fix, I always say. Boy there, come up, care for a rotten egg? 'Twas soft boiled right here in... Bought me some newt liquor, have ye? Many thanks, Cos. Don't mind if I do. Aye, that's the stuff. There's naught finer than a gulp of newt liquor. After a hot bath, 'tis bliss, pure and simple. But I'll need me a nibble to go with my glug. Down the hatch. Aye, this is a dream come true, 'tis. Suppose you deserve aught for your trouble. Here you are, cuz. A soft-boiled...
Mayhap if we bring... Philemon more newt liquor, he will tell us all else of worth.
Well now, if it ain't the current Arisen. Faring all right. Have you come for a dip in the hot spring? Or mayhap to speak with me? Is that right? Suppose I can indulge you a moment, so long as I've a drink in hand. Consarn it, this bottle's empty. Apologies, cuz, but I can't talk with a parched throat. Well now, have you come for a dip in the hot spring? Or mayhap... Aye. That's kind of ye. I was just craving some more of this. But what are you hoping for, cuz? Some sort of boon? Suppose I could oblige a fellow Arisen. What? Hadn't you noticed? That's a bit embarrassing, eh? I'm a former Arisen. Mine, one who couldn't fell his dragon. And if there's aught more shameful than that, I've yet to hear of it. In my case, it all came down to a lack of skill. Mayhap I could fell such a beast now, but my dragon's long gone. Brings a tear to your eye, don't it? But don't cry for me, cuz. Just know that you've got my full support. I'll be glad to see ye succeed where I once failed. Only, don't do it for me. Do it for yourself. Bring your dragon low, and taste glory eternal.
This curative spring sounds as if 'twould do wonders for an aching back. Let us see the good dwarf there, post-haste. Pray, allow me to show you the way.
At last! I've ne'er seen a more welcome sight. This spring here has been visited since times of eld for its curative properties. I only hope to be able to ease the ache in my back. I'll go have my soak now, if 'tis all the same to you. Can't have Cleona fretting over how long I've been gone. Ooh! It twinges a bit.
'Twould seem I owe you a debt of gratitude. And an apology. True to your word, you have seen my husband safely to the spring. I was so afeard for his well-being, I couldn't bring myself to sit at home, waiting, wondering. So I followed you at a distance, though now I see I needn't have. My husband and I are met with persecution everywhere we turn, you see. More than one village we thought to call home has driven us away. That is why we live in so far-flung a place. Gaustaffer can bear the judgment well enough, but I cannot. You, at least, have proven deserving of our trust. My husband was right about you. You are a kind soul, indeed. I shall not soon forget this good turn you've done my husband and I. You are welcome to visit us again, if your travels should happen to take you as far as our abode. I would fain lend you my skills as magic archer maester. And I'm certain my husband would be only too glad to take up his blacksmith's hammer for your sake.
Sir Cleuna was the magic archer maester all along. It seems we've gained a powerful ally. Though it was not our aim.
Care to join me for a glug or three, cuz? Is that right? Have at it then.
Over here, you're a welcome sight, Arisen. As ever, I'm yours to command. How might I serve you, Arisen?
Have you a different destination in mind, Master? Very well. I shall follow your lead instead.
'Tis not for us to gainsay the Arisen's judgment. We must go where we are bid.
Greetings. I expect you must be weary from your travels. Its healing waters draw upon the volcano. Do come again. Greetings. I expect you must be weary from your travels, but you'll find this hot spring well worth the trip. Its healing waters draw upon the volcano's natural heat. Take a dip, and your fatigue shall melt away in moments. Always a pleasure. Well said, sir. How might I be of service?
I've got to focus.
Not without its charms. Times are hard.
I'll make a living if I get Big fire about.
Let's be ready to give the signal.
This sort of quiet means all's well.
Fur on my
Would that prayer alone could bring some I'll not be outdone by a fresh face. No, sir. If I grin and bear it, I'll make it
There's
through.
no getting these hands clean, I fear.
I'll gladly stay a while.
Got nothing to fear if I keep my wits about me.
Surely I'm overdue a day off. I could use a little fun to brighten my day. The hours seem to fly when I'm here. If I grin and bear it, I'll make it through.
Boots laced, belt strapped. I'm ready for patrol.
Now, this is a place to forget one's
Lonely
troubles.
place. But not without its charms.
Take a moment to replenish my strength.
Aha! Fear not. I only bite those I find with. I've got to focus. My shift only just. This place is very dreary.
Well met, sir. How might I be of service?
The waters of the hot spring have left us fighting fit. Now we can resume our journey with renewed vigor. You're a welcome sight, Arisen. As ever, I'm yours to command. Good evening, Arisen.
'Tis dark enough to warrant the use of your lantern, Master.
Like it or not, I must go where duty calls.
I'd rather not draw sleep if I can avoid it.